We all dream of a better future, one with fairer systems, cleaner air, safer streets, where kindness is second nature, a world that doesn't just work for some, but that works for all. But how can we imagine such a change, such a future, when even the present feels so overwhelming? When I was a young boy, I would sometimes catch my parents arguing. Now, parents arguing sometimes is pretty normal, but I really didn't like it. So I would jump in between them to get their attention and so that they would focus their anger on me. Although I would often get told off, they would quickly forget why they were arguing in the first place. I didn't realize it back then, but perhaps I was trying to create peace, even if it meant stepping into the chaos. When the team here at this TEDx event kindly invited me to speak, I had many ideas that quickly came to mind that I wanted to address. They each fitted with the theme, Catalyst, Sparking Tomorrow. But last month, my father passed away, and my family and I have been left heartbroken ever since. In losing him, I realized life is short. It became clear to me there was only one thing I could talk about. For those of you who are familiar with the book To Kill a Mockingbird, my father was very much like Atticus Finch, a fair, kind and principled lawyer trying to do the right thing in an unjust world. And once again, this question resonated loudly. Am I spending my life on what truly matters? So what actually is this better tomorrow? Is it when the trains come on time and the coffee tastes just a little bit better than today? Is it in 10 years when we hope that AI works for us and not against us? Is it in 50 years when we hope that our children have clean water and kind neighbours? What about in 100 years? What about in 1,000 years? Is a better tomorrow even something we can consider, or is it a utopia? I strongly believe that we should allow ourselves to imagine what a better future can look like. And by doing that, we can define the things we want to do, we can do today that will echo into the future, into tomorrow. It's easy to feel small, powerless, dwarfed by headlines, by crises, by systems that feel so untouchable. But in order to shape the future, I believe we should be bold and begin with a long-term goal in mind. What would a better future look like in, let's say, 100 years from now? It's a great experience, a challenging one, but a powerful one. By creating a mental picture in our mind, we can create all-important logical milestones that will lead us there from today. Every change, even the biggest changes, start with one choice, one act, one catalyst. From this point forward, it's all about where do we put our energy? If we want to shape the world and if we want to change the world, there are many doors that we can walk through, and I'll take you through some of them. And we've already heard a few of them today. Politics, where power is decided. Law, where justice is defined. Education, where minds are shaped. Technology, where tools are created, as we just saw. Media, where narratives and awareness are built. Finance, where the distribution of wealth is decided. Science, where the pursuit of truth is done with curiosity and through evidence. Art, where people are moved emotionally. I certainly am today. And entrepreneurship, where ideas come to life. As for me, I'm like a salmon swimming upstream, always asking why. So I chose entrepreneurship or perhaps entrepreneurship chose me. With entrepreneurship, we don't have to wait for permission. We can question, we can create, we can build, even if it's messy, especially if it's messy. As an entrepreneur, we can really get our teeth into something that rings true to us. And the key of succeeding is not creating beautiful, shiny objects that have no meaning or purpose. Instead, it's about focusing on problems worth solving, however big or small. A key mantra I always use, and I quote my friend Ash Maurya, love the problem and not your solution. You find ways, even if they're not clear to begin with, and once you have a solution in mind, then make sure that you have the right skills within your team to create it. If in doubt, just do and learn and test and learn some more. If you are creating value, then you're already on the right path. As a personal example, in our company, one of our companies, we found that sometimes our office was empty. So simply we decided to open the doors and invite people to come in and work and co-work from our space. We watched as friendships emerged and ideas shared. Putting people before profit has always been ingrained in how we do business. And to our surprise, our company was recently rewarded with le Prix d'Excellence by our peers here in France, some kind of high recognition in a very competitive industry. Now, for me, this wasn't just an honor, but it was proof that in industries that are often known for being cutthroat, leading with integrity doesn't limit what we can achieve, it defines it. But make no mistake, the system pushes back. It's big, it's complex, and it's designed to protect itself. Change threatens the comfortable. This was my meaningful sentence as well. So let's build up for that again. Change threatens the comfortable. And comfort rarely welcomes change with open arms. So to challenge the system, we must first be prepared to challenge ourselves. My personal compasses: care, clarity, and courage. Need a lot of that. Care because empathy is not a weakness. It's a strength that builds trust. Clarity because we need to know who benefits and who's left behind. And courage because doing the right thing is often doing the hard thing, especially when no one is watching. The reward from doing all this is when you start living your life like this, doing this, you sleep better. Not sure if you noticed, but you do. You stop performing and you start participating. You start feeling aligned. You notice others doing and feeling the same because courage is contagious. And doing good is not just good for the world, but it's also good for the soul. There's a quote I often come back to. It's simple, it's old, and it goes, treat others as you wish to be treated. But what if we actually applied it, not just on how we treat others, but how we build systems? Would I want to live under the laws that I vote for? Would I want my children to be treated by the policies I profit from? Would I want to be on the receiving end of my own decisions? It's not just a moral code, it's a practical filter. Still, you might ask, why go through all this? It's challenging. It certainly is. It's slow. It's lonely. Sometimes it feels like we're planting trees that will just never benefit from their shade. So why bother? Because life is short. And without purpose, life feels shorter. And without meaning, it feels wasted. And I want to spend my life trying to build something that really matters. My father's passing reminded me that we don't get to choose how much time we have, but we do get to choose how we spend it. In his spare time, he would write poetry. He would scribble words on lined paper and type them up and print them out for our eyes to relish on. They would be about various topics inspired by current or historical events. They would be about a latest conversation he'd have been having, a life experience. Sometimes they would be about my brothers and I. Mostly, they would be about our mother, his lifelong muse. Although gone, his memory lives on strong through his poetry. Now that's a worthy legacy. Each of us have this opportunity to leave a mark, to shape a story, to spark something within someone that just might outlive you. So I leave you with this. Lucky you. I have a bit of a sense of humour. I know what's happening here. I'm letting it drag on. What will you stand for? What will you make better? What will you spark in someone else that just might outlive you? What will your legacy be? Thank you very much.